Hi you guys, it's Juanita from mypinkroom.com with probably my first, I think this is going to be my first actually step-by-step tutorial. What I have today is the 3D flowers. I've been using a lot of the 3D flowers. I put them on the clothing pin on my altered letters, and the 3D die that I'm working with is from Sizzix. It just says flowers 3D, and then there's these two sizes. The size, I'm going to be working with the larger size today, which I did punch them out, and I'm going to be working with this one. It looks like it's a 3x3 flower, and this is how it is when you kind of punch it through, when you cut it from the paper. I prefer using the double-sided, although I have been working with the one-sided for more of a vintage type look and been inking the back of the edges. This one isn't inked, but this is just the white one. Let me see, do I have one that's inked? Okay, this is the same flower. Let me see if I can get that up close. This is the same flower. This one's inked with the vintage photo, and then this one is just nothing's done to it other than adding the diamond dust and the pearl. So you could see you completely get two different looks. And again, this is what I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but this is the white, and then this is the back of it inked up with the vintage photo. So I guess it just depends on what kind of look that you're gonna want, is dependent on, you know, whether you use the ink or not. And vintage photo is probably the one that I use most. It is my favorite. That goes with me pretty much everywhere. So for today's 3D flowers, again, it's the paper. I cut out some paper with the larger. I do have some smaller ones, but I'm going to go ahead and work with the larger one just because you might be able to see it in a camera a little bit. Again, I've used the diamond dust. I don't know if I have the lid off of this already. Hopefully you could get that. It's a diamond dust. I've been using the goosebumps for this. Again, just some feathers. And then I have a punch. The punch that I was working with is, I know it's Fiskars, but it's this punch here. The leaf is about an inch by an inch, a little bit longer than an inch, but about an inch in width. Not too big of a flower, but again, it works well with these 3D flowers that I work with. And then also, I'll be using my, I think it's Imagine This. It's like the petal rose twirler. So first, to start off, I was waiting on my glue gun, and that looks like it's ready. So well, I guess let me show you the ones that I've made. This is just like a striped, and then some black feathers on that one. This one is, I guess it's like a cardboard polka dot, and then again some different feathers used on each of the other ones. This one is just a light brown polka dot flower. I don't know if you can see that. And then some light brown feather. And then this one was, I don't have, do I? Oh yes I do. This one is again kind of like a distressed look, pink polka dots or dark light red, and it's double-sided with red on there. And then I added some white feathers for that one there. So let's go ahead and get started. What I also done just as a base to adhere everything to was I went ahead and just started off with cutting a 1 inch. This is a Fiskars 1 inch circle punch. I find that it works best, especially when you're kind of messing with flowers and adding a bunch of little embellishments. It's nice to have a base. So we'll go ahead and Actually, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do our petal rolling. And for this flower, I'm not going to distress the flower at all. I'm just going to kind of keep it as is. And again, depending on what, you know, what kind of look you want for your flower, working with double-sided, you're going to see a little bit of both, but predominantly you're going to see the inside of it. So it just matters, you know, I guess it's just preference of which way you want to start. But I do want the brown polka dots facing up, so you just kind of just start twirling. And again, you're going to need your glue gun. Glue gun works best just because it dries so quickly with these. You can use, you know, the wet glossy accents, but you know you're going to be waiting a while. So I used the hot glue gun for pretty much all of this. And then with the 3Ds, you let it go. The bigger you want it, the more you want to kind of let it go. And it doesn't matter to me. So again, the tighter, the smaller, the larger the flower, you're going to want to loosen it up. So again, no preference for me. So again, at the 3D flower, you have a base of a circle. Just throw your hot glue gun or your glue on that, and then you just adhere everything down to the base. Now for mine, I kind of like it sticking up a little bit, so I don't press too much into the center of the flower. So that looks like it's pretty good. Now for adding the diamond dust, that takes using the goosebumps, it takes a little bit to dry. So let me go ahead and do that. And all you're gonna do is just spray the goosebumps on there. And this one looks like the little nozzle needs to be cleaned out. It's squirting a little bit too straight, but and then you just add your diamond dust. I got this big jar, so I'm kind of usually a little generous with tap it off, get all that excess out. There we have that. On there, and then also just again for the center of them, I either use like a white pearl or a cream pearl. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and just use a green or cream one. Just add some glue to the center of this here, and then I just dump my pearl in there. And just set off that to the side. Okay, now comes back to the circle. What I do here is, again, glue gun, just dab piece, and then I get my feather. I have the fan on. I guess I should have turned this off. On there, and then I already have a pre-punched flower. I did ink the edges on this just to I don't know, just get a little bit more color to it. And then you could either adhere this straight to the flower, and I'm running out of glue. Let me get another glue stick. You could adhere this, you know, on straight, layer it onto the little card piece, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just adhere it down to the flower. And again, just kind of play with it till you get like the look or the direction of the flower you want to go with. And then from here, oops, my glue gun. From here, you just